Hey, Ceramic Dragon, what's up? You're doing well? How is your day treating you? Nice. Awesome. I'm glad the teapots came out well for you. Yeah, clay all over my tablet here. Can't read anything. Yeah, I hear you. That's no fun. But I can't complain. I got a roof over my head while I work. Hey Wanda, how's it going? Good morning to you. I'm gonna make some pots that kind of taper in for utensils. That's what I'm doing today. We already got orders packed. Also have to do a bunch of other things in the afternoon. Raina says, hi, what's up? Is the bus in the rain? I don't want. Oh, I hear you. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. A little chilly day, however. I love fall. Yeah, it's chilly here too. Hence the hoodie I have on. It's like it became fall overnight here. In good old Connecticut. Elizabeth, this was a favorite at school in the 70s, 80s. Yeah. Sure was. Welcome to you, Elizabeth. 360. The pot's doing like a lot of 360s. Yeah, Sonny, I hear you. Jensen said hi, what's up? Welcome to you. One down. Kind of want it to go in more, but this one, I like it. That's a fun thing about these stoneware stuff. I don't have to be exact. Everyone could be different. Where the flower pots, I need them to be very similar because people will need to buy like 10 of them or something like that. Or 100 of them. Whatever it may be. Coralel, welcome to. How are you? Welcome to. Keep it up. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Mrs. Wolff's potwork is beautiful. Yeah, she's awesome. I love that stuff. I'm so thrilled to see the pots come out of the kiln yesterday. They came out good. I like them. Every single one of them. This is neat. What you making? I'm making crocks, basically, without lugs. So basically, some pots for utensils. So I want the pot to kind of go in like that. So when you put your utensils in, it holds it. So, I mean, you could put them in anything, but I used to make a batch of these when I was younger. So I was like, might as well make some more of those. Let's see what happens. It's been a while since I've had a batch of them. So. Hey, Fresh Cup, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well today. How are things for you? Marcella says, oh my God, you're so good. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that, Marcella. You're so kind. Thank you. How's it going? Balin? Hey, learning to throw pots. What's up? How are you? Welcome to it. Hope you're having a good day. Of course, I clicked on my YouTube feed last night and it said, it showed that you were live earlier. I totally missed you, sorry. But one of these days I'll be able to catch you live. How's it going down in Georgia, right? While making something not plant related. Well, right. I mean, even the vases are plant related, so. And people can most certainly plant vases in these crocks. Usually they have lugs, which I'm just not a fan of seeing the lugs. I don't know why. I mean, I can make them and do them. I just never like the look of them. And if they're going to be used for utensils, then I don't see why you really need them. What's the most unique thing I've ever made? I don't know. I guess that would be decided upon by other eyes. I've made some weird stuff, but mainly I'm a production potter, so I make the same things over and over and over again. So I've made some weird things. That's a private question. I can't really answer that. Are you making a blog? No. I do remember 8th grade though. Can you send me money? Am I supposed to read that and ask? Yeah, leave a super chat, that'd be awesome. Busy trying to get my website built. Nice. Well, I'm determined to do it myself. How was the Cape? Everything looks great. Yeah, the Cape went well. All the students were really awesome. No. Students were really awesome. They were quite far ahead. Some of them were years into it. And yeah, we had some really talented people, and they all said that both my father and I took them to the next level for bigger wares, so that was great. We had a really nice group of people. I couldn't have asked for any better, to be honest with you. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to go next year because I have to like attend some wedding. So, ugh. Yeah, I might do a class on my own during the summer if it's possible. Everybody in that class and the previous year's class said they wanted to attend a class of mine if I did by myself. So I said, yeah, I'll try to figure that out at some point. I haven't done this shape, guys, and it's funny. Actually, that's not true. I made a couple of these, but then I turned them into luminaries when Fresh Cup of Joel was visiting. But I'm not turning these into luminaries. These are strictly going to be for utensils or whatever else you think of putting in there. Luca said hi. What's up, Luca? What are you making? Pottery. What you doing, Luca? I'm making basically crocks without lugs. Why are you not stamping these? I don't stamp the glaze stuff. I really personally dislike seeing stamps on the outside of glazed ware. So the flower pots, they can just turn the other way and whatnot, but I don't know, I've always just been partial to not. And people do it and it's awesome, but for me personally, I just don't do that. I don't like it too much. Plus, I'm kind of annoyed with branding on items. But the bottom gets signed. Every pot that I ever make, I sign the bottom. So it'll be very clear who made the pot on the bottom of the pot for these. That's nice and light. So the bottom of, these are all going to be high fire cone 10. The bottom of the kiln, I'm guessing I could fit, I don't know, maybe 16 of these. That's probably what I'll make anyway. Yeah, part of that pot. Nice. Oh, thanks so much, Rap Sang. I appreciate you in here. Welcome to you. Well, Reed, what's up? Have you ever tried making faux? Not really. No, I just mainly make regular flower pots. I don't know what 6 to 7 means. You just give it a 6 to 7? Yeah. That's cool. But welcome to you, Malika. You signed the bottom. Yes, every pot I make, I sign the bottom. So even the ones that I have the stamp on, I also sign on the bottom. I even signed the saucers. Triple Z, what's up? How are you? Welcome to you. James said hi. What's up, James? Welcome to you. Welcome to anybody who's watching today. Appreciate you popping in. Needs it. Joey, what's up? How are you? It's going well for me. How are you doing? It's funny because the majority of pots that I make taper out or arc out rather than coming in. So it's like the total opposite motion. Fun to do. Guys, thanks so much for all the likes. Appreciate that. That's usually the case with making a shape I haven't made in a long time, that the third one kind of get a better hang of what I want it to be. These are all 4 pound, which is a good size for the utensils. I'm doing good, nice. All right. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you for bringing the good vibes. I want to clean up that rim just a tad. Onward movement. No, I'm not going to mash it down in the end. I'm not one of those. I think I did like one short like that. Or in like reel or whatever. I smashed my face into one of these when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and then one when I hit 5,000 subscribers. So if you're here for 10,000, that might happen. But no, I won't do that high end effects. Welcome to you, by the way. Hi, Moondust. I only do pottery, but I only watch your lives because I think you're super cute. Really? Yes. I don't know. I look at myself in the mirror and go, yes. Thank you for your kindness. And thanks for hanging out. My high in effect says this thing kind of. How about if I smash my head into one? Now that I've made that, I feel like destroying it. Everybody hit the like and subscribe button. I'm about to destroy my work that I can sell and pay for our lives with it. People enjoy destruction videos, so that's why those videos do well, I would assume. But when you're a production potter, you're like, yeah, alright. I can see if you're cutting it apart to see how well you're throwing the clay. But welcome and hello to you as well. Yeah, hello. Welcome to you. I want to see you challenge yourself in this one or next one. Challenge myself. Every pot is a challenge. Every single pot is a challenge. Just kidding. After doing it for so long, you kind of know what to expect, unless there's, you know, unless one of your buddy breaks a beer bottle and throws it into your clay mixer. Then you don't know what to expect. Now these are all going to be the same kind of thing that I'm making, so there's not going to be much difference here, but more of a repetitive. Get these all to be happy and similar together. Yeah, I mean, you would know best, Joel. And by he, I think he's talking about himself. He's in the mirror again, guys. Don't worry about it. He sits there and just talks to himself in the mirror. He doesn't realize that he's texting it off to somebody. I'm highly offended. Where will these pots go? Well, I don't know if they're going to be what's going to happen, but I've been stockpiling a lot of pots for future. So some might go on my website, benwolfpottery.com. I might do some random, like, single pottery drops on Insta. Or I might bring a couple of them down to the shop. But I already got a lot of stuff down there, so these might be just saved for future. One's got a little bit of a bump in it, but I don't care. You don't like, recognize, like. Looks wonderful. Thanks, Rose. Appreciate it. Have you ever reenacted the ghost scene? I don't know what's Ghost. What's Ghost? That's a movie. Horror movie. Yeah, Wanda, what's Ghost? Yeah, I don't get it. I have no idea. I think I know what a ghost is, but I don't know what you're referring to. Caught you early today. Nice, Jane. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be making more of those probably tomorrow. Some bigger ones. I need to make some 10-pound ones. I'm just cleaning up this rim that is irritating me. But a little bump like that doesn't really translate into any issues. I have no idea what you said, but welcome. And Rose too. Why is it dark? It's creepy. Creepy bar. Baskar said hi. What's up, Baskar? The Hunter said Patrick Swayze film Ghost Pottery scene. Swayze. That's a French actor there in Bloodsport. Kickboxer. I don't remember a pottery scene. Was he doing like a split and making pots at the same time? Patrick Swayze. You can recreate the scene from Ghoul. Oh, there we go. You could recreate the scene from Deliverance. Oh, fuck. Sorry about it. I deserve whatever's coming at me in the comments. There you go. I am in the now. Yes. No, he is an actor and a professional dancer. Oh. Well, no, he danced with like that weird tank top on in Kickboxer. And then he did a split and he punched a guy right in the groin. He was at a bar. He had that black tank top on that looked very strange. So yeah, no, he danced a lot, yeah. Hey, what's up, Country Carpenter? Ouch. Oink. You should just wrote oink. Joel knows I'm completely kidding, I hope. I really don't think he could. You gotta learn how to play banjo, bud. Then you could be on the porch, you know? That's the scene I'm talking about. Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze did a film in 1912. There's a famous scene. Oh. Yeah. Demi Moore. In the 90s. Oh yeah, the girl, she was in, she was in the Goonies, right? She was the one that like kissed her boyfriend's brother, little Mikey. Doesn't Goonies mean something else now? Everybody's changing words on me. Rose, hi. I'm a big fan. Awesome, Rose. Thank you for popping in. He was in Dirty Dancing too, yeah. He was in Universal Soldier, Cyborg. Double Impact, where he played both Chad and Alex, estranged brothers. Is the clay rough or smooth? This clay has sand in it, so it's rough, which makes your hands very smooth. So when I shake somebody's hand, they don't think it worked. Which is fine. Let them assume. Country Carpenter says hello, welcome to you. Rose says hi again, what's up? Clay is smooth. Roadhouse and the next of Kiln. Roadhouse. Oh, with Jake Gagnon, Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever it is. And Heath Ledger. Roadhouse, yeah. With Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger. Now I know what you're getting at. Now I kind of get what you guys are kind of trying to get at here. Sarah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, thanks, Sarah. Thanks for saying that. Appreciate it. Something very scary, right, Gene? I'm not afraid of it. Any of it. This all happened to our grandparents. Happened to every generation before. So things change. Don't care. Just try to live as happy and healthy as possible. I guess happy as possible. For me. Satric Poesy. Oh, I got it. Sorry, my peach impediment sometimes comes into play a bit. So, it's Satric Poesy. I thought I was pronouncing his name right. I hunger for Snickers. They have a second one out. They go up in the mountain like this a second time. Is that what? With Jake Gyllenhaal. I didn't know there's a pottery scene in that. I just can't quit pottery. Change would be a great thing. Yeah, we'll find out. Maybe. Maybe I'll find out. Well, I don't know. I don't fear any of it. That's for sure. Everything has been in motion since I was born. Where did you learn pottery? Hunters, I've been joking with you the whole time. I know what Ghost is. I was just messing with you. It's kind of like a norm thing for people to bring that up. So, kind of mess with you. But where did I learn pottery? My father's a potter, so he had me on the wheel at a very young age. I mean, I was playing with clay instead of Play-Doh. So then I started taking it seriously more in high school. I sold some of my first pots when I was 16. Or I guess it was 15, but and then I didn't. I went full time in '99, so. But I was around it my whole life, so. And I was kind of doing it my whole life when I had a free moment. I haven't looked back since. Well, I have looked back, but. Are the pots from yesterday? Which ones? The ones up on the shelf up top? Yeah, the ones up top on the top shelf are. The ASMR is great. Hey, thanks, Rose. His dad. Yep. What is the largest pot you can make on your station? Well, I can make a very large pot, but I'm kind of stuck to what I can actually fire. So 24-inch. if I brought this wheel outside and used different methods, I'm sure I can make quite a large item. Which I do need to make some 20-inch pots, at least 22-inch pots in the next couple days to fit in with this kiln. I want to do some 2-piece pots that are, you know, about that tall. Nice big. So I'll be doing those. I don't know if I'll do that live or what, maybe. It's hard to focus on, you know, those big pots. Maybe I'll do it live and just not read the chat, and hopefully you guys don't get mad at that. Rose, I did subscribe for you. Yeah, cool, thank you. Appreciate that, Rose. Right, doctors? Yeah, no, it's one of those things that happens every stream, so now I pretend to get actors confused. Tomorrow I'll get, if I go live, I will get everybody Patrick Swayze confused with, let's say, what, Arnold Schwarzenegger? That's good. Or should I, let me know, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Mel Gibson? Let me know. Which one should I do tomorrow? Mess people. You loading the gas kiln? Yeah, these are all going to be for the gas stonework kiln, absolutely. Maybe next week I can get them all done. I also have another large store that I have to work on. So, but I gotta get these done to be able to do it. So, hopefully next week. The air just got really cold here, just like it did for you guys probably, I would assume. So that's when there's more oxygen in the air. It feels like it when the kiln fires off a little easier. At least we tend to have really good results in cool weather. How do you do a like? So you, I think you just double tap your screen if you're on mobile, or you hit the 3 dots at the top, and there should be a like button there. Appreciate that. I'd be okay with that. I'm interested in seeing the big ones. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those ones I kind of like to, as you can see, I look over a lot and read the chat, so with the bigger ones I kind of need to be focused on the pots the whole time. But I do like to interact with you guys. Solo, what are we doing? I don't know. What are you doing? I know what I'm doing. Well, what are you doing? There you go, double tap screen. Thanks, Joel. Yeah. Okay, supposed to warm up over the weekend? Well, yeah, I won't be ready obviously by this weekend. I need, like I said, I need 3 of the really large pots. Those will take me probably half of a day to make. So I'm a little too, I don't know, conscious with those ones. Plus they're 2 pieces, so I need to make one part, put on another wheel with fans on it, and then come back, make another bottom, then grab the other one and make the tops, flip them over, put them on top of each other. But then I don't know, I probably have space for about 40 other vases. So we'll see what I get done. I don't think it'll all be on stream. I make these with like a very small rim up here. Very round. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Jane says, nope, 80 here. Yep. Rose says, thank you. Yeah, thank you. We're going to get a bad storm this weekend here in Scotland. Oh, you're in Scotland? Well, yeah, duh. Look at your profile pic. Well, welcome to you from Scotland. I unfortunately did not get there, and I was kind of near Scotland. I was in Kendal, in the Lake District. And I wanted to go, because the more north we went, the more interested I was. And drunk. I loved it there. I want to go back someday. I want to make it over to Scotland. So. Georgios. So, what's up? If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize in advance. My lack of knowledge of how to speak. Hunter said, I quit my job 10 years and now I'm a new employer. Ended up not accepting me. My previous job got screwed over. I might get a power. Nice. Have you made pots before, the Hunters? Isn't it always? It's not every second of every day. But I'll let Hunters answer that. Do you make another kind of vase when finished? Sure. I have a batch more of these to go, but yeah, I'll do one at the end. You know, seeing the same thing over and over can be a bit annoying for you guys, but this is just, that's my life. All right. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know how to do them. I do them so symmetrically. I struggle with that, but I'm not a potter. Honestly, it just gets easier after a few thousand of every shape. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's the truth. You your hands, it's kind of becomes a muscle memory kind of thing. Well, and you're also battling variables within different clays, but I mainly know what to expect at this point after doing it for 30 years. So or doing it, selling my pots at least for 30 years. Making for all 44 of them. I don't know much different there, Gene, to be honest with you. I worked on a farm for a long time, for most of my youth. Throwing hay, milking cows, that kind of deal. Worked with a mason, with a landscaping crew, with carpenters, this and that, but I was always making pots on the weekends, so. Finally, the pottery overtook my income for the 40-hour work week, and I never looked back. So I'm glad I did what I did with the other stuff. Created a work ethic for me. Wow, guys, thank you for all the likes. I appreciate that. Rose, yay, thank you. Do you mean Harry Potter? Harry? You mean Harry? My dad's bald, so he's the baldless Potter. Yeah, repetition, that's it. Repetition is the word. Emberland, this is very homoerotic. Well, I mean, wherever you're coming from. I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. I'm a straight married man. So whatever you're into. I'm not gonna judge. You always worked with your hands in one word. Yeah, I have. I mean, if there was work to do with your feet, that'd be interesting. Aside from, specific websites that people like. So here. But yes, I've been creating things and doing things for a long time. And there's little bit of a chunker in there. Is it chunka? There's a movie that's called Harry Potter and the Goblet of Clay. Yeah, some of the comments you get are. Nope. Nope. Mrs. Wolff hair. Strong hairs that can rip apart the clay. That's actually happened to me. Making a pot. And there's some hair in the clay. And the hair is quite strong. Look at that. I'm gonna have to dig that piece out. We'll see what that does. That happens sometimes. I think it's a potter's pond. Kiln. Kiln. So K-I-L-N apostrophe M. Kilnin. You're kilning it. Why does that help for you? I really don't care. Why do they have to hold things? I really don't care. That piece that I just pulled out felt like a little rock, so we'll see if I can smooth that out. Looks like I did. Yeah, I don't care. I'll show that, whatever. I'll just shave my head over the pot. There's actually a method with glaze where you open the kiln at a very, very hot temperature, and over the pot you throw in horsehair, and the reaction from the hair burning off creates a really awesome look. I've never tried it with human hair. I've seen it done in person with horse. They held that review, Jane, because they probably thought you meant something dirty. I have no idea who that is, Bruce. I'm going to butcher your name, but welcome to you. Thanks for saying hi. Love that, the lightning. Or feathers, right? Oh no. I mean, yeah. See, that's what I was saying with the way words are interpreted. I knew what you meant. I literally just said there's hair. So leave the hair in there, which is D in it. So, but it would just burn right out. Rose? What? No, I don't. If that's, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm up to date with a lot of is that music or is that a TV show? I mean, I have no idea. Got it done. Get her in. Oh, that guy's voice annoys me. Get her in. Eat. I didn't even think of that. So funny. Well, I got what you were saying. It was poignant to the conversation. So. It's just when YouTube held it, you go, oh, okay, now you're talking about that. Which is funny because in history, people would use blood to create a red color. Or yellow, depending how it came out. You got the iron in there, which again would be DNA. It's more of a kids thing, an animated video. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of left off kids movies and whatnot with, well, aside from Star Wars, I guess. But I kind of left off that stuff back in the 80s. Went straight into The Shining and Platoon. From The Neverending Story to Platoon. We were talking about that when we were teaching. Well, not while we were teaching, but at the end of how strange folklore stories were comparative to what people today are consuming. And we were mainly talking about Wizard of Oz, which was a much darker book than a movie. How interesting it would be to see a very good, scary version of that, as it would be. The books were much darker. Yeah, I got a boo. All right, cool. I'm glad I got booed. I'm getting booed. Guys, I'm getting booed in the chat. You have to go? All right, later. Come again when you can't stay as long. Just kidding. Very nice to meet you, Rose. I was watching some of it. Oh, very cool. So much talent everywhere in the world, guys. What was it, last week? I got stuck on watching, I don't know what channel it was called, but it was a channel of these different guys that go out in the woods and just build homes from scratch with nothing but basically a knife. I really enjoyed it. Just brought me back to fort building, what, times 10. Do I have a favorite movie or book? Again, that's kind of like music, where you have to go genre, I guess. And to be fair, I don't get a lot of time or I guess I haven't taken the time to read a lot of books lately. As you can tell by the way I speak. Movies, yeah. It would literally have to be by genre. I mean, the first thing that came to mind was Bram Stoker's Dracula, the for a book. I just remember being so, like, sunk into that book. And I think I got in kind of trouble for doing a book report. I think it was in 4th or 5th grade. And I did a book report on that. We did do a summer book report, so I did it on that. The teachers didn't like it or something. I don't know, whatever. But movies, no. I don't know. Really, it would have to be by genre. So what genre are you talking about, Wanda? Rose, I mean to scare you. Oh, boo. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha, Rose. Like the mansions made of clay and branches. There you go. Rose with the hearts. I see little hearts popping up on there. Thank you, whoever's doing that. I don't know if there's emojis or emojis. I don't know what the heck to call these things. I'm an old guy. He has no idea what he's talking about. I can make a pot though. Oh yeah. Yeah, let me pull up and read what Wanda wrote. In Ontario, cool. There was I did watch a thing real quick about a guy that built a underground house out of school buses in Ontario. He's a very interesting character. It's really awesome to see his property gardens, etc. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's cool. Hey, self-reliance is a cool thing. I really enjoy that stuff. Looking at some of the videos that I was watching, I wish to myself that I was at least 15 years younger, because I probably would have did something like that for fun if I could have. But now I feel like I would be in a lot of pain attempting all that stuff. Sounds weak of me, but I guess it is. Looks painful. Oh, cool. I do every time. You can buy those um, photo artcraft. You can buy those on my website. Um, they're called the Big Bends, and I also have the Ripper 2000 on there. They're unglazed, so if that's what you're into, they're there for you. The Big Ben is the best seller. So skillful. He's in his 50s? Yeah, well, see, making me look bad there, Wanda. I feel like I can do it. I just need, like, your body kind of gets messed up from doing this same kind of repetitive motions. So, a lot of strange muscles get used with this. So, maybe it'll just take, like, a few weeks of getting into it. Yeah, James, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I would do fine. I mean, I was kind of brought up with nothing, so I would be alright. There's certain things that I wouldn't be great at that I know other people in my family would be, so as long as everybody was kind of working together still, I'd be alright. I think I'd be alright. Just not the best at, like, dressing animals and that kind of deal. So. If I had to, I could go back to my youth and remember how to do it all. It's interesting enough to challenge yourself, though, and just leave stuff behind like that. I know people that do that, leave their phones behind and head out, and go out for a few weeks at least, which is not much, but something, right? Does Patrick Swayze ever hold you from behind the help? No, dude, come on. Demi Moore is a really close friend of mine, so I feel really bad making fun of Patrick Swayze, because Demi's awesome. And if you go back to my earlier lives, she was on there with me, so you'll just have to watch, like, all the way through all of them, and she's on there. She's on a bunch of them. Making fires. Right? Well, there's a cool one I saw the other day that was, you take rope and make it so the log spins very fast. That was interesting. I haven't really seen that method. I saw it once when I was a kid. I think at, like, a place called Sturbridge Village up here that they were doing things similar. And we used to do that with our hands, like try to start fires from wood, and we did. It's kind of stuff that we were doing when we were children. My dad would hand us knives at probably like 3 years old and say, "Go make another knife with this." Looking back, I'm really happy he did all that. monetary support from YouTube. It's a nice. And it's not that kind of guy. Little do you guys know. Wait a minute, what are you referring to? I said Demi Moore, not Patrick Swayze. Taking that to a serious note, it's funny because this last weekend with teaching students, I literally, there's only so far you can go with students with words. So I would just literally ask the student, is it okay if I touch your hands? And then I would grab their hands and make their hands do the motion that they weren't able to do. And every single person I did that with said, thank you so much for doing that, because they had feared to mess up, or feared to push too hard, or pull too hard, or to bring out a rim too far, or whatever. So that kind of was happening throughout that whole teaching experience. Basic life skills should be more mainstream. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. Because what if, and why not learn what humans did for however many thousands of years before, right? I love a piece. School. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, when I was, so they took out like even home ec when I was, I think in 7th grade, which was kind of silly to me, because they didn't even have some of the normal things that people needed. How to balance a checkbook. But they're expecting parents at home to step up. So, but if the parents at home never learned properly, how does that go? It's like the chicken before the egg, right? Which one? I love it. Yeah, so I don't know if next year, I'm going to see if I can next year. But I know the class that I'm assisting my father with, it's mainly his class, it's his class that I was assisting. I don't know if I'll be able to attend that one, because that's the end of September. I have to venture to a place to grow in Ontario for a very cool event. So I might see if they can do one in the beginning of the summer. And they were talking, they wanted me to do a full week course. And what that entailed was doing it from Monday through Friday, but I believe it was 9 to 1 every day, and then the rest of the day you get to go enjoy the Cape, which is absolutely insanely beautiful. Some of the most highly rated, most beautiful beaches in the country. So it's a lot to have, yeah. That was another thing I was talking about with a couple of the potters up there. Now you see a lot of potters that are their heads are going like this because they're focusing on, say, I'll just do it to this one. I just made a spot right there, and while that spot is moving, their head is following that. And one of the things I explained to the students was to kind of look through the pot. So what I do is I'm not looking at any one spot on here. I'm looking at this as like a whole. And I'm always using my peripheral to look past the pot to see the whole image. So, because I was noticing people doing this, and then I told them to kind of use their peripheral and look, and the next time I looked over, they were steady. So that was a cool thing to see, something that was going on that potentially could become a I don't know if it's a negative, but at least a annoyance for themselves and their neck for the future. So sometimes when I'm looking at the pot, like I look crazy all the time, but I look a little crazy, you know, because I'm like looking at it, like I'm looking through it. So, oh, the counting change thing, that's, ooh. I give them break. I don't go nuts on it. Because it's not their, it really isn't their fault. But I understand it. I understand the anger. Because we all have to, and I still have to. Running retail. And what we think would be common sense when people are mainly using, you know, credit cards or, you know, digital stuff, that when they're raised like that, they really don't know. So it's not really their fault, even though we get mad at it. You do have to put into consideration that it really isn't their fault. So just gotta hang tight and try to help them as best as possible when you're in that situation. It's explaining when they're wrong. You know, when you give them 5 20s and they say you only gave them $80, it's really hard not to be perturbed by it. I've had it happen a bunch to me too. Yeah, I actually had a student, or not a student. I had a roommate, and when I moved to Colorado, he wasn't kidding. He asked me how to boil water. I thought he was joking, so I was laughing hysterically. But then I realized he wasn't taught anything at home. Everything was done for him. And he probably was also raised in a house without consequences. Hence me laughing at him. You're tough on the neck and eyes. Yeah, it is. So if your head is going like this, they call it a potter's nod. I mean, you can already tell, like my neck, like I already have, like what most people are starting to develop because of the phone. Not everybody holds the phone up straight. So I always call it guitarist neck because I played more guitar than made pots for the majority of my life. I was looking down and also to the side here. So the muscles on this side, my neck, when I strain, look different than the right side. It's not that bad, guys. I don't walk around in circles all day. But it can be noticeable. And to try to stop something for their future ahead of time is a good thing to do. I know it's something wrong. Exactly, Jane. Yeah, exactly. That's what you gotta do. It's just exactly what you have to do. It's tough to have that patience because we weren't allotted it. have that patience at all. At least I wasn't. Yeah, cursive is another thing. Yeah, that's very interesting too. I don't know what will come of that, because there was a lot of things that were hand-eye coordination that were very useful with that. So, I tested myself the other day to see if I could still write cursive. Wasn't the greatest, but it was okay. Sorry guys, just have to grab another piece of clay. And I think the only reason why a lot of people our age get angry about the cursive thing is because of how much time we had to spend doing it. So if we didn't have to do that, I don't think we would have, there would have been things that were lost, but I don't think we would have been annoyed by not having to do it. If that makes any sense. Jeremy, what's up? How are you? Welcome to you. Yeah, just chase my tail. I always joke my buddy because he has one leg that's longer than the other. I said, well, that's because you walk in circles your whole life. Jane says, I have 4 kids. You gotta have some patience. Absolutely. 4 kids, yeah, wow. Good on you. Yeah, patience is a virtue, as they say, right? Abdul, welcome to you. How are you? Russell, why would I need to make one of those when that's what you are, Russell? So we've heard. Everybody knows it, and everybody's talking about it. So, how do you have a signature? How do I have? My signature looks cursive. There you go. Yeah, Russell, I mean, it's funny you asked that, because, like, right when you left yesterday, we were all like, oh, I'm pretty sure that was the guy that everybody's been calling vacuum cleaner. And I don't know why they call you that. They were calling you Hoover or something like that. Kenmore or Hoover something. I don't know. I kind of didn't get the joke of it. But the moment you left, that's what they were talking about. It's nice to see you here again, though. Yeah, I would imagine that statement to be true, that last one. Because they were also talking about that. You had some people in here that apparently knew you. I do feel bad for you for all that, because it just isn't fair as some people, you know. I mean, people that are not taught. Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, how do people not have a right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just do an X or an O. Or just very blocky. I don't know. Good point. Pretty soon that signature is not going to be required. You're just going to have to look into your phone. Well, they already have that. So. A lot of people use Apple Pay at the shop, where no signature is required, because your face is telling them that it's you. But I don't know how that works when you're doing big contractual things like buying a house, but maybe they won't have to do that or be able to. Could that be the reason? Oh yeah, probably. I had to teach my team. Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's an interesting one. Yeah, never thought about that. That would make my son right. Oh, that's cool, Wanda. I like that. See, I'm the kind of wise ass that would have said, like, if you ain't first, you're last. Dash Ricky Bobby. In cursive. Oh no, I sold out of those on the website, Russell. Now the only things that are left are the Big Bens and the Ripper 2000s that are unglazed. So you're here in time. I know you bought one before and did a kind review, but there's another one there that's just a little bit bigger as you requested, so should be good. But the other things you just mentioned are those are out of stock. Pub, I have no idea what you wrote, but welcome to you. Hopefully it's something nice. You never know here, right, guys? Guys, thank you so much for all the likes today. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Just have to move this off to the side. What do you say? Jane says, we gotta go to the market cooking for my husband tonight. He just got a nice new job offer. Oh, that's nice here. Awesome. Well, I hope you have a good evening. Congratulations to your husband. That sounds good. Thank you for popping in today and your kindness. Always appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. See, I like hearing good news. And how nice she is to do that. And that's a good thing. Is that a dog I keep here? Yeah, probably. He's a good boy. I think he was in one of the last videos I did, long form, of the pots that I made in Castle Hill. I think it says Cone 10 firing results. So if you wanted to see a picture of him, he's in there. He comes down from time to time and says hi to everybody in the chat. He's 5 years old, but he's a puppy for life. We love him. He can be a bit of a pain, but I love him for that. I can be a big pain too. Donna said hi, what's up? Kenneth, I have no idea what you wrote, but welcome to you. It has a slightly bigger rim than the other ones did. I kind of like it. Good. see. Yesterday we opened up a stoneware firing of my wife's pots, and I really liked seeing some of the plates. So I just want to throw one real quick to see what those will look like. Sorry if this is blocking the view as always. Figuring that it would be 2.5 pounds. It looks like I might be figuring correctly. They look like they're platters. Yeah, serving platters. Yeah. I love them. I want to keep them for eating on. I'm just going to throw a regular plate like I used to throw. I haven't thrown plates in a while other than obviously the thousands of saucers you guys have probably seen me throw. These are just a little bit different of a method. And the plates nowadays, it's funny because cabinets built back in the day were like 10 inches. Then they went up to 11, now they're at like 12, so I think a decent plate would be somewhere around the 11.5, but what I think I'll do. I used to make it so the plates would go up and then out. There we go. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but I'm happy with what this looks like. I might want to pull that rim up just a slight bit more. Yeah. Pretty good. I'm just trying to fix underneath this rim. There's a little bit of a ledge. Okay, well, that was a good test, so I think that will make a few sets of these. These have to be dried at a completely different rate. So much slower, otherwise they'll crack. I have to look on it. Yeah, see, it has a little bit of a shelf there. I mean, if you guys can tell, but when I dry and pop off. I guess I'll fix it then. I like this. I think that'll do. So my saucers are completely different than what that is. I'll show, if that's the first time you've seen that wand, I'll show you the saucer. So here's a saucer for a 2-pound flower pot. I make these all the time. This is just a very quick and easy saucer. Which I could use these as plates too, but I kind of like having a lip that comes out with the plates. You know? There's the saucer. Buddy's walking around up there. Just clipped his nails too. He grows them back pretty quick. There's a little saucer for a 2-pound. But I do like that plate I just made. I think that's going to be the style that I do for making a batch. I want to do like a kiln load of the blue, a kiln load of the jasper, and definitely a kiln load of the iron luster, which on flat surfaces just came out so awesome. What is this? Caden, what's up, Jim? They look like they're platters. Yeah. Oh, I read that. That is awesome. No, thanks, Wanda. Appreciate that. Can I do a bowl? Sure, I'll do a bowl real quick. I always need more of them. I'm just going to do a small cereal bowl. Time to get the right tool cleaned off. Had a different kind of clay on it. Alright, it's a little cereal bowl. Coming right up. Hey, you want a cereal bowl? Bowls are kind of, in my opinion, some of the easiest things to throw. Kind of where everybody starts. So I could leave it like that, but my style of what I like from bowls is get this nice and like that, and then what I do is I flare out the rim. And this version's nice too. Sometimes I leave it just like that. I like to do that. Fold it out. Flatten out the rim. That's the style you'll see from me in That's mainly the main style I like, so. And especially with bigger fruit bowls, that way you can pick up the bowl. So many different methods, but those are the two kind that I like to do. And personally, I don't rib out the inside of the bowls because I love the way the glaze kind of seats in. I mean, I get it somewhat smooth, but I leave the inside so the glaze can kind of seat in with the throw lines slightly. Just gives a little bit of a different feel to it. So there you go, one cereal bowl. See, mahogany been how long and at what temp you got to bake it for? So you have to fire it twice. You fire it once to bisque temperature, which is 1940 degrees or so. That's what I fire to. Which basically just prepares the clay, make sure that nothing blows up, and then you glaze it and you fire it again to 2000. Some of these pots go to 2,345 degrees. Other times it's 2,200 degrees or so. So high fire and mid fire. So multiple temperatures. So, and I am seeing something that's irritating me with this bowl, but it's an easy fix. There we go. Hope that answered your question, Steve. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, thanks, Juan. Appreciate it. Bernard, hey, what's up? Juan loves it. All right, cool. Sounds good. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. So it is now my lunchtime. So it's time to get something light in me. Because I don't really eat, but I'm starving today. So I'm going to do that, and then I have to get back at it. I have to get this whole store order that I had made ready for pickup, which will be probably it's looking like probably at least 2-3 hour job. I already got the orders packed, so we should be good there. And then I don't know if I can get back on today. I will. Otherwise, I should be able to go live tomorrow with you guys. I don't know. I don't see why not. I have a bunch more vases to make. I do want to make a batch of those plates now that I'm looking over there. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that. 84 days until Christmas. You counted. You have something specific. Nice to see you, Jeremy. Hope you're doing well. We put this is the Wanda bowl. Off to the side. These two have to go over onto the rack. It would be sick if I had the time to just take all of those that I just made and turn them into luminaries. That's a job. I'd be up all night. Like legit. It'd take me forever. I don't know. I think these are just going to be what I made them today. And I should do another batch more luminary. I might even be up like till the next day. Probably be about at least probably an 8-hour job to get those done the way I do them. Adele said hi. What's up? Welcome, team. Or Adele. Luke. Hope you're doing well. I keep forgetting to bring over my guitar. I used to finish all the streams with playing a little guitar. It was actually getting me some time back on my instrument, so I think tonight I'll set that up so I can just grab it and play at the end of next stream. 'Cause I miss doing that. Some people stuck around, other people came in. All right, guys, thank you so much. All the 167 likes today. Who do we have top fans? Let's review this. Wanda came in number 1, top fan, then Jane, and then Hi something. I forget what the name was. It was Hi something. I don't know. I do remember the name being in here and talking for a while. Let's see where that's at. If you guys wanted to know. So, maybe it was Ceramic Dragon. I don't know. It said 3 on Ceramic Dragon, so I don't know. That's like some kind of superlative you guys get for chatting. Thank you as always, guys. I will catch you on the next live stream. There are some new long form videos I have up, so if you guys want to check those out, that'd be awesome. Andrew, what's up? I'm just ending the live, so it was a pleasure to see you in here real quick. Thanks for popping in. And yeah, you can check out the long form videos I have up. Make up some new ones. Yeah, but until tomorrow, I hope everybody has a good time. Unless I can get on later. If I do, I do. You never know with me, guys. Scatterbrain Potter. Be well, be safe, have a good time. Party on, dudes and ladies. All right, take care.